Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders SummerSlam preview. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, this year SummerSlam is 2 nights, so we're breaking it all down from Cena and Cody to CM Punk shot at Gunther, and whether Jade Cargill walks out draped in gold or is it just hype. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
I'm so excited about this, and it's a 2-day event in New Jersey, so 2 days of non-stop action. I'm so excited.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to base this on what we read is going to be night 1 and night 2. We're going to kick it off with Tiffy and Jade Cargill. What are your thoughts on this match, and what's your grade?
I have a feeling that Jade is going to win, and I think it's about time just because it's been a good year-long run for her, or 2 years almost. So yeah, I'm going to give it to Jade. I think it's going to be a good one though, just because they're both gritty and strong. And yeah, I think it's about time. Put some gold on Jade and switch it up. So I'm going to give it like a B+.
You read my mind. B+. Yeah, I think it is time. There's no reason why Jade would have won Queen of the Ring and just not win this. So it just makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right. Next we got Sammy versus Karrion Kross. What's your take on this match, and how would you rate it?
This one's going to be interesting just because I've been reading that Karrion and Scarlett have not renewed their contracts yet. So this will be a sign on where their contracts stand. So this will be really interesting. I really hope that Karrion wins. I'm always rooting for him. I know a lot of people are backing Sammy. We all love Sammy, but in this case, when I do know that his contract could be up for grabs right now, I'm going to go for Karrion just because. And I like him a lot. So I'm going to give it like a B.
Yeah, we're 2 for 2. I'm going to give it a B. I think Sammy's actually going to win. However, I actually like Karrion too. I think he's definitely underrated. I think he should get pushed sooner rather than later. I think it's just going to be a fun match. A much better match than people expect.
I agree.
Okay, now we're rolling right into Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa. Give me your thoughts and hit me with a match grade.
I love all of these. I love them both together. I do miss Liv, but I think Roxanne does complement very well, especially with the size difference too with both teams. And I especially love Alexa and Charlotte. I think they are just like the best team together, and their chemistry on and off is so fantastic. But I think it's definitely going to be Charlotte and Alexa. I think it'll be great to watch them be the title holders, have some fun with it. And plus, they've been losing a lot, even with SmackDown, Roxanne beating Alexa. So I think it's time for them to win as a team. So I think it's going to be actually pretty fun because I am really loving Raquel as well. She is so strong. I'm going to give it like an A-.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give it a B+, but this is just too obvious. This is a classic, hey, let's put former champions as a tag team, put them together, and then eventually they'll feud and fight each other. But yeah, it's too obvious. They're too hot right now. It just makes too much sense. So yeah, Charlotte and Alexa gets this. Okay, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Okay, this is an interesting one, but break this down for me, and what are you feeling?
Okay, I think it's obvious that we all are rooting for Roman and Jey. I think that is the obvious win. However, Braun and Bronson are very sneaky because they have Mr. Paul Heyman. They also have Seth Rollins behind them that we really don't know how bad his injury is. So we don't know. So I'm gonna go with, you know what, I'm just gonna go with Roman and Jay winning, just because how could Roman really lose? But either way, I feel like there's gonna be some twist in it. There's gonna be some potential cheating involved, but the good guys are still gonna win. I think it's gonna be pretty solid. I'll give it like a B plus.
Yeah, I'm with you. I definitely think the crowd's going to pop anytime Paul Heyman's involved in any type of storyline. Usually creative is a lot better. If Braun does get a pin on Roman, though, that's going to speak volumes of what his future is going to set up. That's for sure. That's the only reason why I think Braun could get that pin. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think Roman and Jay get the win.
Spear against spear.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Now Randy and Jelly Roll versus Drew and Logan Paul. Your boy Randy's in the mix, so I gotta ask, what's your take and what's your match grade?
This one's really tough. I'm always rooting for Randy. Anything that Randy does, I love. I know he's teamed up with Jelly Roll. I know he's being trained by Undertaker. So that says a lot. I appreciate him putting in weeks and trying to train. Just by getting a little bit of a little sneak peek from SmackDown of them going at it in the ring. I don't know. It's when you put Drew and Logan against Jelly Roll and Randy, you kind of think two of the more experienced ones, but who knows? Randy is the size of two men. So, and we don't know if creative is going to go the route of let's do the celebrity, win. But you know what? The way they're playing it up, it has me really thinking that they're going to have Randy and Jelly Roll win. So I'm going to go that route just because I just feel like just how they built it up so far. It's not going to be a 5-star match, I tell you that, but it's going to be fun and entertaining. The crowd will enjoy it. I'm going to give it like a B.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. This is basically just a crowd pleaser. I think this is way too much of a corporate move to have Jelly Roll lose. I think somehow, some way, they're going to win. Maybe Jelly Roll gets the pin, and he's going to be involved in future events, whether he's performing, whatever the case is. But yeah, this is basically just a super cloud producer because everybody loves him. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, now we got Gunther versus CM Punk. There are a lot of theories out there. What's your gut reaction? What are you thinking? And what is your grade on this match?
My feeling is okay. I'm starting to really like Punk, but I have a feeling Punk is going to win. And as soon as he pins, Seth is going to run out and cash in just because of Seth and Punk's feud and rivalry. Will be hilarious to see Punk win for like literally 2 minutes. Seth runs out, his injury's not as serious, and then wins. I wouldn't be surprised by that, but I just have a feeling Punk is going to win. Gunther has had a really awesome title reign before, and then this one was kind of threw us off because of the whole Goldberg thing. So it will be interesting. It will give us an ending for the first night to be pretty wild. It's still going to be good, stellar. I'm going to give it like an A.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the same. I really do like CM Punk. He's kind of...
Yeah, he's
been a lot better. Yeah, he's definitely been a lot better than I think people realize is his return. I'm kind of with you. Yeah, because a lot of people said that Seth Rollins' injury is basically just a work. Him cashing in makes sense. They really want to pull a twist. Maybe have him try to cash in and not win. That would be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's too obvious at this point. I mean, like we said that they're going to ride the waves of Cody Rhodes, and I think Seth Rollins is in that same conversation.
Right.
All right, that being said, okay, so what's your final thoughts on night one? What grade would you give this?
Decent. I think it's predictable, which is okay. I'm going to give it like a B+.
Yeah, I think a B+ is fair. Night one, it's going to be solid. I think night two is going to be better.
Same.
All right, now let's roll right into night two. The TLC match that just got announced. What are your thoughts on this? And give me a grade.
I was kind of really excited because I love a TLC match. I love a tag TLC match. We haven't seen one of these since Mania, and we know how great that turned out. It's a lot of really strong guys with different ways of wrestling. We got some high flyers, we got some body guys. I think it's going to be really messy and really good. I would really like to see Fraxium. It would be really cool. I'm a big fan of the Motor City Machine Guns, but I know that Fraxium has been kind of pushed and then they kind of been put to the side, but it would be fun to see those two guys really win. But either way, I think it's going to be great. And plus, I love the guys from the Wyatt Six too. So who knows? I think it's going to be fun. I'll give it an A.
Okay, sounds good. Wait, are you going with Fraxium?
Yeah, I'm going to go with them.
Okay. I really, really like Fraxium. I think you could put them in conversation for most entertaining tag team right now. They're amazing. Their athletic ability is insane. Their finishing mover is 5-star. Really like them. Some people think that Gargano and his boy are going to take this.
DIY.
Yeah, DIY is going to take this. Maybe. Could be. There's some betting odds out there, which this is what I'm betting. This is where I'm getting this information. My gut says Wyatt Six. Why would you take the titles off them so quick? It doesn't make sense to me. I think it'd be more fun for them to just kind of have this be a lengthy run. They're great with the crowd, and I like the angle that they're playing as far as how everyone's lusting for gold. They're going to keep it away from them. So, I don't think they should ruin this so quickly.
I agree. They've only had it, for 2 or 3 weeks? If
so I don't know how to take it off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. And we just saw the beginning of them as a tag, so why not? But if not, Fraxium.
For sure. And I will I'll give this an A. I think this should be a great banger to start night 2.
It's going to be good.
Okay, now we're going to roll into the women's IC match, Becky versus Lyra. What's your take on this?
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, same here. That's exactly what I was thinking. Are
there only 3 women after this title with how strong the roster is? Do not other women want this kind of title?
To be honest with you, part of me was honestly thinking, I understand why they had the IC and US strap for women, why they created it. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't think there's enough. I think there's too many titles. It's kind of a title saturation at this point. That's honestly what I was thinking about.
I mean, it could be, but it seems like the only 3 people that want this belt is Bayley, Becky, and Lyra. Becky doesn't even need this belt. Bayley doesn't even need the belt. But when Lyra held it, it was kind of boring. So, maybe we can give them to some of the newer girls from there. I don't know, but can we mix it up? Because as soon as I saw this, I was like, can we just not? Let Becky keep it and let her move on to somebody else to beat up. I'm bored. I'm going to be brutally honest with that. So, it's going to be whatever. I'll give it a C.
Wow, you are harsh. I'll give it a B. I still think it'll be a fun match. Here's my thought, though. At this point, why not have the women's IC and US title, just give it to NXT? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Or give it to one of the girls from NXT to, come up here and, bring them into the roster or slowly I don't know, mix it up a little bit since they jump back and forth between universes. So let's just, why not?
Yeah, for sure. I'll give it a B. I'm going to go with Lyra just because, but I don't know. I'm kind of yawning with you. Speaking of yawning, we're going to go to the men's IC. Dominic versus AJ Styles. Let me hear it. What do you got?
Let's just keep Dom just broken and hiding. I'm enjoying more of AJ creeping around and acting like different disguises with Dom than the actual match itself now. I know it's because he was injured, that's why the first time it didn't happen, but at this point, I don't know. I get it. AJ is going to put him over. Again, that's what he's there for, but I still think Dom is going to retain. Dom's going to put on a good show, I believe, and AJ. I don't know. I'm just really not interested in this anymore. I was having a little bit of fun with it, but who knows? Change my mind. That's what I say. So I'll give it a B.
Okay, I'll give it a B. I think AJ will win just because it'll extend the storyline, but I'm kind of with you. I'm bored with this also. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, the U.S. title, Solo versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage. I actually think this will be fun. What about you?
Oh yeah, you put those, especially Jacob Fatu, in a cage. He is already an animal already, so this will be really, really fun to watch. It's going to be crazy. You know what? And I feel like Jacob brings out a lot of good things in solo too when they're one on one. So I think this will be a good match. Um, I just feel like Jacob could do a little bit more than in US Championship. I feel like he could be a little bit more elevated. So who knows? So I would say Solo is still going to retain just because he's going to have the help of all of the bloodline too. I feel like that they're going to interfere. It'll be a good match though. I'm going to give it like a B plus.
Okay, fair enough. B plus is fair. I could see Solo winning. I'm just gonna say Fatu just because I'm not the biggest Solo guy, and I think giving it to Fatu, giving it to Fatu would just make more sense. I think he's more deserving. So give it back to him. Let him have a much more lengthy run. I think that would just make the most sense storyline wise.
That's fair. Yep, I agree.
Okay, now this is gonna be fun. All right, let's talk the women's world title match. I want to hear your thoughts. Could this steal the show?
It could, especially when you have Io and Rhea involved. And then you add this crazy Naomi already, which Naomi is getting better and better as we speak. And I love this version of her. However, it's just Rio and Io that I'm focusing on. I really think Rhea is going to win. I just know it. Why not? And no words. I think it's going to be a really great match, if not one of the best matches of the weekend. Hopefully, I expect nothing but perfection from these women. So it's going to be amazing and electric. So I'm going to give it an A, and Rhea's going to win.
Okay, gotcha. I'm definitely going to give this an A. This definitely could steal the show. It actually may be the best match of the entire SummerSlam, both night and one. I'm thinking Naomi's just going to retain just because she just won it, but I could see Rhea winning as well. But yeah, all three of these women are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk finale. Cody versus Cena. Their storyline stakes and the spotlight. What is your vision for this match and how does it go down?
I hope it goes down really well. I really hope so. Hopefully it goes better than their last match, which I feel like that, could be topped easily. But, with it being a street match that, basically no holds barred, we get to see, some extra violence out of them. I want to see more of Cena, of him being, like he said during SmackDown, I want to see the old Cena. I want to see the good Cena. Who knows? We may get a little hint of that and a little hint of, crazy Cody, which I hope. And I'm hopeful. We're getting towards the tail end of Cena's run, so I'm hoping we just get a little bit more out of him. I still think that Cena's going to win. I do. Who knows? We don't even know anymore. So I just have a feeling Cena's going to retain, but it's going to be a damn good match. I think it's going to be entertaining. I will give it like a B plus, A minus. I don't know.
Gotcha. I think Cody's going to win. It just makes too much sense. Like I said, this is the passing of the torch from old John Cena to new John Cena. Cody Rhodes is the official golden boy. They need to transition. I don't know why they would have him win King of the Ring, specifically push him that way to lose this match. And also, I don't see him losing to John Cena twice. And also, to double down on all of this, I think creative realizes that this is kind of a failed storyline for John Cena, and they're ready to give it back to the hottest superstar of WWE. So I'd be shocked if Cody loses. I think Cody wins. I think it'll actually be a better fight than most people realize. I'm going to give it a B, somewhere in between B and B+.
Hopefully Cody will knock the heel out of him and he'll go back to face and go back to normal.
Wow, that was a hot take. I love it.
Yeah, so it's been confirmed from now until December when he retires, he's only got about 14, if not less than 14 appearances left. So if he does retain, those also include PLEs too. If he does, then that would be questionable. So you may be right on that with Cody, or hopefully it would make more sense. So I agree with you, but I just have a feeling they're going to have him retain a little bit longer. But it is what it is.
All right. And what are your final thoughts about night 2 and just SummerSlam overall?
I think night 2 is definitely going to be a lot better than night 1. I'll give it like an A-, just because I feel like it's going to be really awesome. A lot of bangers. But overall, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm excited.
Yeah, same here. SummerSlam, you could argue, is right after WrestleMania. I still think Rumble's a little bit better, but nonetheless, it's still going to be fun. What's funny, if we actually predicted the card right for both nights, night 2, every single match will be a title match, which is very interesting. So, awesome. I'll give it an A. Why not? It's the banger of the summer. So that's my take. Mm-hmm. All right, that actually wraps up this episode. What are your predictions? Let us know and shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Jason.
All right, until next time, a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.